Joe Zikas from YoChicago. I'm in Bridgeport today. I'm with Marnie Beilin from Prudential Rubloff, who just signed up to buy a unit at Lexington Square, and that's a great testimonial for the development because Marnie is an experienced, savvy agent who's familiar with Bridgeport. Tell me what made you decide to buy here?
Well, I currently live in Bridgeport now, and it was chosen based on the fact that the location is phenomenal. You have access to highways, all of them, pretty much. You can get to the north side pretty quickly off Lakeshore, 3 miles to the lakefront itself. All the new fabulous shopping in the area. Restaurants are popping up like crazy. And it's just a really great, wonderful community. It feels like a community. It's not just another neighborhood in Chicago. It feels like a community.
Tell me about some of your favorite restaurants down in Bridgeport. What do you like?
Well, I love Pancho Pistolas.
What kind of food?
Mexican.
Mexican, okay.
Fabulous margaritas. Franco's has an amazing chicken sandwich for lunch. 31st Street. Chinese Kitchen on 31st Street, or Happiness. Being close to Chinatown's fantastic. Lots of great restaurants in Chinatown. Joy Yi being one of my favorites. Nana's, which is a really wonderful organic breakfast brunch spot.
Recently opened, isn't it?
Recently opened, yeah. It's great.
Family owned?
Family owned, Bridgeport,
yeah.
born and raised family. Very friendly, very fresh, wonderful service.
Now most people, when they think of Bridgeport, don't think of a high-end, fancy organic restaurant like Nana. So Bridgeport must be changing some.
Very much so, very much so. We have Han 22, I believe it's called. I have yet to go, but it's getting amazing reviews on Yelp. That's another new one to the area. Also, its proximity to South Loop is really great. There's a lot of great restaurants over there. It's 10 minutes to Cafe Bionda, La Cantina, which is also another Mexican restaurant. That's fantastic. There's also the new Cork and Carry, which replaced the infamous Jimbo's by Comiskey, or now known as the U.S. Cellular, but as a native Chicagoan, I have a hard time.
Comiskey Park.
Yes.
Are you a Sox fan or a Cubs fan?
I am definitely a Sox fan since I was 9.
Would you survive in Bridgeport if you were a Cubs fan?
If I didn't tell anyone.
If you didn't tell anyone.
Also, what I really like about Bridgeport is that it has very high standards for building, which I think is very important. When I was looking for a home prior to my other home in Bridgeport, looking at the construction, Bridgeport's construction, this neighborhood has very high standards. And it makes...
Which has not been the case in all of Bridgeport. I mean, there have been a number of problems down here over time.
Yeah. Bridgeport Village had a few challenges that have been all corrected, which is a lovely community as well on the river.
How important was Lexington's track record in your decision to buy?
It was huge. It was huge. My mother's first home was a Lexington home.
Yep.
And I was, so let's say about 25 years ago. And that development, not only is it still there, it's gorgeous, well maintained, and looks the same as it did, just with more mature landscaping.
Everybody's been kind of poking fun at realtors always saying this is a good time to buy, but obviously on a personal basis you made the decision that this is a good time to buy.
It's a fantastic time to buy.
What makes it a good time to buy?
Well, rates are low. Prices are very competitive. I think this is a phenomenal value. I think the area is just going to get nicer and nicer as time goes on. There was just a wonderful article on how a lot of the galleries are moving down this way, which is really exciting because it brings a lot of foot traffic and creativity to a very old established neighborhood.
Marnie, you're familiar with a number of the lakefront neighborhoods in Chicago. You've worked extensively in Hyde Park, in the West Loop, all the way up to Rogers Park for your Northwestern clients. You could have chosen any of those neighborhoods to live in. Why Bridgeport, and what other developments did you look at besides Lexington Square?
You know, I really didn't look at any other developments. I looked at mainly just other homes, other single-family homes, other townhomes, resale. The reason that I'm staying in Bridgeport is because of the location. It's you just can't beat it in terms of price per square foot, value. You're not going to beat it in any other neighborhood. I did my research from Rogers Park to Hyde Park. Price per square foot versus quality, you can't go wrong in Bridgeport.
When I look at Lexington townhomes, I can see the experience the developer has, because there are a lot of nice little twists in the floor plan and the layout of these townhomes compared to, I've probably seen 10,000 other townhomes.
Right. They're very smart with utilizing the square footage. You don't have a lot of wasted space.